Okay, let's get going from here. You enter for the first time a colony of Serviles on Sukia Island. There are a good deal of astonishment on both sides. The creations seem to have done well on their own, much of them better than you would have expected. They have moved into Shaper ruins and made them their own. They have crops, shops, and guard patrols. The Survivals, in turn, are speechless. They have clearly been without Shaper for many years. They have no idea how to react. They looked overjoyed, relieved, and terrified all at the same time. Most of all, though, they looked expectant. They watch you carefully, gauging your every move, wondering how you're going to treat them. The power of the Shapers was always completely overwhelmed, has always completely overwhelmed that of the creation. You, however, don't have the full power of the Shapers. You are weak, tired, untrained, and alone. Fortunately, they don't seem to know that. This survival is working hard to grow small green vegetables. The Serviles are doing well considering the lack of human supervision. She bows. Welcome to my humble plot of land, Shaper. What are you raising? Just simple vegetables, not a creation, just ordinary food. You look closer and see that she is correct. I'm looking for information. Is there anything that can help me? You should talk to a learned peener. She points to the northwest. She lives in the building back there in the woods. You meet one of the Vakiri guards. He is a servile wielding an old, dented, but very sharp sword. The guard bows. Greetings, Shaper. How can I assist you? What are you guarding against? Rogue creatures are common in the woods north and east of here. We never know when some of them will stumble into Vakiri. We must kill them before they do harm. We're going to fight any information. You can speak with leader Kobar in the festival, the southwest corner of town. This servile is muscular as a thread. She is a massive creature, all the more remarkable when you consider that serviles are not made for feats of strength. She knows how you're surprised you are by her physique. I am Brodus. I am a Vakiri blade. I defend the serviles here from all threats. She puts an extra emphasis on all. If you mean us peace, I welcome you on behalf of myself and the awakened. All threats, even me? I do not believe that you wish to threaten us. I am not some taker who believe that the Shapers are always evil. But be warned, if you threaten us, your powers will not stop us from acting against you. You are a blade? What does that mean? It means that I defend the Serviles here from all threats. I am the leader of the guard and the first to fight. And with all the threats we faced recently, I've kept very busy. What sort of threats do you face? There are rogue creations. They're all around. Many appeared recently, mysteriously. They plague us. Leader Kobar can tell you more about them, if you're interested. There are also the bandits, and they are extra weight. Our load grows too heavy to bear. You're an muscular for a servile. I am the way you created me. I think I am descended from one of the few strains of servile raised to fight. My kind hunts pests and beasts. I can help. We hope that, when you Shapers returned, you would help us. But do not think your help will make us willing to return to servitude. There is a tribe of Inuit servile bandits to the north. They are strong fighters, cunning. They raid us. They take our food, and weapons, and wealth. They do not kill, but they take our food. It is a struggle. End their raids. If you have to kill them all, do it. So much the better. We can't destroy them without losing many of our own, but you have the powers of a Shaper. You should be able to destroy them with no difficulties. Or is this pack of Inutil, however you pronounce that, Servilites. Yes, I know you see all of us as rogue. These bandits are worse. We awaken will deal with you, Shaper. The rogues will hunt and kill you. Where do these bandits come from? Some in the three servile village developed poorly. They don't fit in. They have to be expelled. The Inutile, they are called. You are familiar with it. It is a Shaper turn. Some Inutile form peaceful semblance. Others are full of rage and greed. They hunt. Can I deal with the balance? They are foul brigands. They make our children go to bed hungry. For once, the way you Shapers treat rogues will be appropriate. I have other questions. You say you're awakened. Tell me about that. I should not. I believe it with all my heart, but it doesn't mean I'm a good teacher of it, she thinks. Talk to Senia. She is best among us explaining the path. Unlike the others, this muscular servile does not fear you. If he does, he won't show it. He sizes you up, trying to figure out whether you are a help or a threat to the serviles under his care. His sword hangs from his belt, which is shocking. Serviles are not allowed weapons. He bows to you, a very short, sharp motion. All of our time, all of his eyes keeping his eyes on you. Welcome to our home. I am Leader Kobar, proud awakened, and chosen leader of this tribe of Vakiri. It is a pleasure to have Shapers among us again at last. You do not fail to notice that the way the Korvars emphasize the word leader, or lack of enthusiasm put into saying the last sentence. Tell me about Vakiri. After the Shapers abandoned us, we serviles struggled for survival. Most were unable to leave without your commands. Some of us were selected by cruel nature to be allowed to survive. We have formed 3 villages on Sukia Island that I know of. We know little of the wild northern half of the island. I wish to know more of Suki Island. When and why was it abandoned? Where are the other villagers that you know of? I deal with the now and the future. I leave it to others to worry about the past. You should talk to a learned Pineer. He points to the northwest. She loves your kind more than is safe. She will gladly share all of her limited knowledge with you. What are the other villages you know of? To the east of here is Pentil. They're a feckless lot, servile and weak. You'll like them. Past to Pentil is Kazeg. You may wish to avoid them. They are martial and they have no love for Shapers. They hate you and fear you. A volatile combination. You don't know about the north half of this island? The north is a harsh wasteland full of rural crawlbugs and vlish. There we do not go. By the northeast is full of mountains, well protected by Shaper Creation's traps. Beyond we cannot go. In those places you might find something. I need to learn about the other tribes on this island, of course. You need to survive and escape. We have an interest in you being here. Rogue creations have grown more dangerous in recent years. I choose to guide you in hope that you benefit the serviles trapped here. When the Shapers abandoned us, we serviles had to find our own ways and beliefs. As the years passed, they split into 3 sects: the Awakened, the Obeyers, and the Takers. Tell me of the Obeyers. They are the ones who wish to follow. They are the ones who worship your kind as gods. You'll find them in Pentil in the east, as obedient and pliable as you could possibly wish. We are not fond of them. I would like to contact them. You should. Pentil is to the northeast. Their leader is called Rydell. I'm sure they'll give you a friendly welcome and all the groveling you desire. I hope you can help them. They are weak-minded, but not evil. Tell me of the takers. They're the mad ones of Kazakh. Takers of, the free. They have been warped by the cruelty of their lives here. They were made by the Shapers, and now they wish to overthrow them. They wish to separate from the Shapers completely, and if the Shapers attempt to deal with them, they wish to die fighting. They are mad. We have no worship of the Shapers, but we do not hate them either. We wish to be equal, that is all. I would like to contact them. You will have to be careful if you don't show them respect. They'll probably attack you. They are a little mad. Kazakh is a long journey to the east. Their leader is Gornell. She might speak with you. I think she knows more about the north half of the island than we do. Tell me of the Awakened. All in this village are the Awakened sect. We have been awakened from our dark sleep of the Shaper mastery. Our eyes are open. We wish to deal with the Shapers as equals, with friendship and gratitude. We will not be slaves to you any longer. Be wary. If you anger the Awakened, this town will no longer be, open to you. I'm amused by your aspirations, but I doubt we Shapers will be supportive. This is a strange new belief, but I hear some wisdom in it. He looks, despite himself, relieved. I'm glad to hear it. When you arrived, we expected you to fight us. Yet if we convince you, there may be a hope of peace. I have another question. What dangers do you face in this village? Hunger, cold, rogue creations, all of the many perils you Shapers abandon us to? He pauses for a moment, thinking. Then he says, but you know something? We Serviles are not as foolish as you think. We can plan. We can trade. I can't help but notice that you're lacking in supplies. If you would, if we could use some of your awesome Shaper power to aid us instead of crush us, I could provide you with useful goods. A fair trade. Does that appeal you? I'll trade with you. What do you want? It's an easy task. The main road to the east passes by Watch Hill. It's the road to the fortress of Ellenhall, leader of the Awakened. And recently, almost overnight, Watch Hill has become infested with rogues. We suspect someone or something is creating them. There's too many there to be accounted for by random migration. We suspect old Shaper magic has been reawakened. Go there and remove the source, and we'll pay you. Why do you say it's an easy task? He's confused. You are a Shaper. They are creations. How can they stand against you? His faith is touching, but he overestimates what you can do against large, fully rogue creations. What sort of rogues? We have seen Thrads and Frorias, minor creations, but they are dangerous to us. They all seem new, young, fresh, free of scars. It's very strange. Most rogues in Suki are old, battered creatures. Why can't you kill them? You did not make most Serviles to fight. Our strain was created to farm and to carry. We don't have the strength to easily defeat other creations. I wish this and require a boat. Where can I find one? I would like to help you, Shaper, but we are a trading people, and we require your help as well. You can assist us sometime. We should speak with me. The day. I was stranded here because a large ship destroyed my craft. Who might do such a thing? I do not know. Who would attack a Shaper in such an open and foolish way? Only the mad attract the wrath of the Shapers. In this, I wish I could help you. Such provocations can't be good for anyone. Not even the wild Serviles of Kazakh would do such a thing. You will not find the answers to the mystery here. And that's everything. There's a door there. You could sell it if nothing else. Living tool. Living tools are living organisms. They have several long, thin tentacles which a skilled shaper can manipulate to open or repair mechanical devices. They are delicate, though, and generally expire after one use. Lockpick. Well, no one was around to see me. Clackett. A young dirty furry walks up to you and looks you in the eye. I'm Clackett, glad to see you. Me know things. Secrets. His attitude's not what you're used to, but he uses the sort of speech you have come to expect from serviles. This is how they usually talk. I don't talk like the other servers. I smart like them. I know dumb. I know talk shaper. Not like you. I serve all talk. Choice. Sort of things you know. I travel. Listen. Listen. Learn lots. Won't help you. Know what servile think of you. Know you crime if you crime. No secrets. How'd you learn so much? Clackett walks town to town. Through wilds. Servile hate other servile. But all servile like Clackett. Clackett shares secret to all. Send news. Useful. Get food for it. What do the serviles think of me? Servile not know you. Not know you want servile. Free, not free. We listen. Listen hard. What sort of crimes have I committed? Servile not know you. Servile see big clumsy shaper. Maybe rogue, or not. We wait and see. I want to learn secrets. You shaper? You unhappy? You ask, I talk. Where do I find a boat? Leader Kobar. He point right away. I was a silent bard. Learn a painter. She point to where you go to learn secret. What's around here? East of here 2 villages. First is servants, next is danger. North is deadly desert with many rogue creatures. Be afraid there. My craft was a crest. Who did it? There are invaders on this isle. That's what I know. Know no more than that. Secrets answered to east. You're accustomed to seeing expressions of greed and cunning in the eyes of humans. To see such an entrepreneurial zeal in the eyes of servile is unexpected and unnerving. The servile walks up to you eagerly. Shaper or not, the servile want to trade. Welcome, Shaper. I am Coley. Welcome to my trading post. I exchange goods with sentient beings all over Sukia Isle. I need supplies. Cole's goods, while inferior to anything back home, could help you survive in the wilderness of Sukia Isle. His goods are a mix of scavenged and shaper debris and servile-made weaponry. Price is expensive. I've never seen a servile shopkeeper before. Well, in absence of the shapers, we have had to fend for ourselves. That means growing and making what we need to survive. That means trade. I deal with both servile alligators and shaper artifacts. I know nothing about why the shapers left us, but thankfully they left much behind. You trade with other settlements? Yes, I've had contacts in Pentel and even Kazakh. We traded for a while. When the roads were blocked by hordes of rogue creations, we lost contact with the other merchants. If you go to the other villages and meet serviles named Pixley and Arth, please let me know. I have plenty of supplies and will gladly pay for useful information. I was attacked by an artillery in the tunnels under your shop. Oh yes, the burrowing acid-spitting rogues. We get those. I'll save my money for now. The Serval's roads are heavily stained and in places dissolved. This little house is packed with equipment and supplies made of pods and spores. Even considering that you've already seen this is a little shocking. Working magic, even alchemy, is reserved for Shapers alone. The Servile bows to you, completely unashamed. He says, "Welcome, Shaper. Uh, welcome at last. Here I am, Ham. Welcome to my home." You know how to make pods? How? I'm glad you asked. When you Shapers left, you left behind many things like equipment and a school. This was long ago. We've had many years to study your writings and artifacts. We had no choice, it was for survivals. I am so grateful that you think so. Though I'm awakened, I still have a great deal of respect and admiration for your kind. Thank you so much for your techniques. And a good example. Where are our artifacts? They're all over. He points to the box in the corner. I found in the ruins recently, but I can't get the lock open, he thinks. We can we awaken believe in fair trace. If you can find a way to get the box open, I would pay you for your time. I'm sure you can use some more supplies. Why don't you just smash open the lock? Do you try picking the lock? Of course, it's too complicated. You'll need to use living tools. Servals have had a hard time using those. They don't respond to us well. Why don't you smash it open? Because some of your objects are very fragile. If they break, much could be lost. Also, sometimes your artifacts explode when shaken. I could use supplies. Leave it alone. See if they can get away with selling that. There were ruins in over the shaping hall here. Shapers built creatures in the town needed to function. They would make Froyas and Thads for defense, Ornox for breed, and so on. We are not rogues. Learned Pioneer. You're met with a withered, bent servile, at least a century old. They're designed to live for a long time, but this one is setting a record. When she sees you, she is overwhelmed with emotion. The servile must exert great effort from keeping from breaking down. She stares up at you with awe, as if God walks on the earth now. Maybe they do. With trembling voice she says, "Welcome back, Shaper. I am learned Pioneer. Welcome to my home. Welcome at last." Why is everyone so in awe of me? She's confused. You're one of our creatures. You made us, Serviles. You can make us disappear. All we have and all we are, we owe to you. Your disappearances have been difficult for us, and we don't know how we should treat you. Looks like you're doing very well here. I don't want to interfere. She's pleased. You're very kind. I'm sure many here will be relieved. For a few, your arrival has caused terror. Most of us love you, of course. Why are you called learned? It is a mark of respect for my people. I have been alive for many years, and I know much history. I will share it with you if you want. Your kind has been away for very long. Why was Sukia Island barred? Why was it abandoned? We do not know. Your kind left a century ago. They left behind a serviles. They did not tell us why they fled. I have an idea, though, where you might get a clue of why this isle was abandoned. Okay? Tell me. To the north there is a large ruin. I think it was once a school, where your kind learned their arts. Such a place might still hold a servant mind. A mind might have been told why Sukia Isle was abandoned. You might go through there and see if the servant mind still lives. If you can learn anything from it, do so. Be careful, though. There are rogue creations in there. If there weren't, I would have gone and looked myself. A school for you? Young shapers, we think, not serviles. Serviles don't get schools. Why do you think a servant mind is there? I met it when I was young, many years ago. We could enter the school before the island went wild and rogues came. It was friendly then, but confused. Maybe you can get to talk sense. There are rogues there? Many old and battered. Like most of the rogues, they hunt their own lands and leave us alone. But you will have to pass through them to reach the mind. I have found some strange artifacts in this island. Containers full of goo. Do you know anything about them? I think you mean the canisters. The large glass cylinders with the glowing matter inside? I have some fragments of them in the back room. They were created by the Shapers before they left. What are they before? I've never seen them before. The Shapers made them here on the island. We servals do not use them. Letting them infect us kills us instantly. I have seen it. She winces, turning her face into a maze of wrinkles. We fear your Shaper creations. We avoid them. I have used when it changed me. It made me more powerful. Are they dangerous? I do not know. I see nothing unusual about you. If you use more of them, I can look at you and see a change. Acquire a boat. You should find one, speak with Leader Kobar. If anyone else should know, he would. Helping the Inuit tile cells are those who can't fit in, can't concentrate or help. Resistant to authority, disorganized. There is no cause for the Inuit condition. Some servals are just born that way. There's no order to it. The Shapers, when we last knew them, would dispose of Inuit servants. This is not just. They may not have immediate utility to the Shaper's cause, but they are all living beings. They must be dealt with. We must find a way to ease them into our society. Brigands and violence cannot be tolerated. Or failing that, they can be allowed to land to exist on far from us. We can't kill them. We can't let them harm us either. This is an old Shaper ledger. The Shapers placed it here, and the Serviles placed it here and reverently cared for it. For many years, the mere fact it belonged to the Shaper makes it incredibly valuable to them. You flip through it, amazed. The Serviles don't realize it's just an old ledger. The records of budgets and inventories within are probably useless even before the island was abandoned. It doesn't matter to them anyway. All that matters is it belonged to the Shapers. They weren't around, so I managed to take it all. Come on, move so I can steal your gauntlets. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Fuck. There's a quiet and reserved servile, lurking back in this house. You terrify her. She says in a quavering voice, I am Strout. I raise Ornyx. Why are you so nervous? You are a Shaper. We are all afraid. We are afraid of how you will control us. Some show it less. We are all afraid. She closed her mouth tightly. She didn't mean to say that much. We're glad to hear you say that, but we will believe it when we see it. No, I don't want to leave just yet. You meet a short paraservile slumped in an old stone chair. He seems clean and quiet, but he doesn't look like he's been out of the building for some time. He speaks without looking up from the floor. Welcome, Shader. I'm Nob. I have been waiting for you to come to see me. What are you doing back here? I've been waiting for you to come back here and see me. I am risking much to speak to you. I must say what I have to say. I act without instructions from my sect because I believe it is worth the risk. I am of the Takers. I am a spy here from the visit of Kazag. I have come to see what the Awakened are doing, and I tell you this because we wish in an alliance. Oh, now I only wait for you. I will risk my life to remain here to see if you can help the Takers. Do not listen to the lies of the Awakened and the Obeyers. Do not throw your lot in with them until you have been to Kazog and see the truth. Tell me the Takers. The Awakened here are on the right track, but they are weak. Serviles must be free. There is no hope for true freedom and happiness for the servile race until we're totally shed of the influence of your kind. We will accept your support, though one day we must leave you behind. We hope you will help us. With you and your allies, we may break free of the Shaper Fist. We will do anything to bring us about. Who are your other allies? I am forbidden to say. If I do, I will be punished harshly. There are powerful forces on this isle, and we are linked with them. Forces that make even the Shapers tremble. Join us, help us, and you may share those power twos. You want me to betray the Shapers? Of course, you should. You crush the creations, you abandon us. You are cruel to us. You are unjust. You must betray your kind for justice. It is a hard choice. Fortunately, we can repay you. How can you possibly pay me? This island is full of secrets, full of power. We know those who unlock it for you. To learn more, you must give us help. I have other questions. Nab's still hiding in the back here. I'm glad you still want to speak with me, Shaper. I still need help. What sort of help do you want? Easier here, you'll find the leader of the Awakened. His name is Elra. He is powerful and smart. With his leadership, the Awakened might control all of Sukia. He is also well protected, but you are a Shaper. If you kill him, you will have the true gratitude of the Takers. If you do, we will help you draw from true power we have uncovered. Whatever happens to me, this offer will still be open. What will happen if Elra is slain? I would not return here. The wrath of the Serviles would be great. Instead, go east to Kazog. There, we'll welcome you. and we will help you contact our allies, the ones with incredible power. How can I kill their leader? You're a shaper. You can destroy creations with ease, right? That's what the stories say. Unleash your power. Why should I kill him? He offers you nothing. He wants to take the serviles away from you, but he will offer you no power in return. We want you to betray your people, but we will pay you for it in power. That's all for now. This is a sorrel's large and round under her robe, far more than you would have ever seen. Unusual. When she sees you, she grins, showing a mouthful of healthy teeth. Then she bows to you. You know she wears gold rings and a jeweled necklace. Clearly some serviles are wealthier than others. Welcome, Shaper, she says. I am Dorit of, Vakiri, recently a Pental. You were from Pental? Up until recently, I came here. I wished to join the Awakened. I was tired of the serviles of Pental and their obeyerish gibberish. We were originally made to serve, yes, but that time has passed. We obey mindlessly no longer. You belong to the Awakened now? Yes, if you wish to learn more of the Awakened, find Seneca. She works in the main barracks. She can teach you. Tell me of the Obeyers. They believe that the Shakers are their true masters, and that to be happy they must follow and obey you in all things. I came here to claim fealty to the Awakened. We believe that we must rise and face you Shapers as equals. We know that there is risk to this path, but we also know that this is what we must do. You do not wish to serve, why are you still called Shapers? That is a difficult decision. It was the name you gave us. We do not whether know we should keep it. Finally, if we choose to, it reminds us of who we were and where we came from. But we on this isle, we will not be servants again. That's all for now. Are you wealthy? What is wealth? None of us serviles are truly wealthy. All we have is what we can scavenge and what we grow. But in a sense, I have more goods to trade for things I want. I suppose I am wealthy. What sort of things do you own? She points to the door of the west wall. Well, there's an artifact back that we serviles can't use, and it would kill us, but I suspect that it would be useful to you. For 200, I will unlock the door for you. An artifact, what does it do? She shrugs. Mysteries of the Shapers. I am not interested. Are you from Pental? I would demand it, but considering where I'm at, that would probably just not work. So there's two locked areas here. One with a money bit. There's a small serval gorger standing in the meeting place of the servals. She has a stick in her hand and she's watching over a few fat ornyx. She watches you curiously as you approach. She has no idea who or what you are. She says, "Hello, stranger, I'm Leets." You watching the orcs? Yes, they keep me back here so I don't play, too close where the monsters are. And they make me watch the orcs so I don't get too bored. Aren't the orcs dangerous? She whacks one of her sticks. It makes an annoyed mooing noise and shuffles away. Not to me. What are the orcs for? Food, silly. What else would they be? They aren't proper smart people like serviles. I have another question. You know who I am? She friends. I don't know, but I haven't had much learning yet. I'm sorry. I'm a shaper. My people are made your people. This is very confusing, so she clearly doesn't understand what you mean. But she wants to be, oh, that's very nice of you. Shapers see and know everything. She suddenly looks extremely nervous. That's really, interesting. Something's worrying her. Alright, bye. Bye. She starts porking an orc with a stick. It ignores her. I believe this was the barracks. Innerly wears traditional long rooms of the serviles, oddly similar to shaper robes. Hers are dotted with a wild variety of food saved, all colors and sizes. She's bursting around the kitchen, preparing a huge meals to feed serviles who live in these halls. As she walks by, she says, "I'm Innery. Welcome to my kitchen. You look hungry. What do you serviles eat?" What does anyone eat? Mostly vegetables grown here and forage, some bread, some meat from the Orcs freeways, and all of it raised or found by us, with no shape or help. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you an awakened lecture here. She laughs. Looks like you're hard at work. Oh yes, I don't cook for all the serviles, but I make meals for all who haven't been mated. That's enough to keep my days very busy. It'd be much easier if my best knife had been stolen. It was true steel, hardened by magic, a true shaper artifact. I would pay well to have it back, but oh well, a brigand probably took it. Brigands? Those rogue serviles are a curse. Brodius Blade can tell you more. Any chance the knife is still here, variable? Maybe. I searched well for it, but it's possible the servile here borrowed it. Awaken wishes. We of the Awaken have fair requests. When the Shapers return, we will be presented in they will be presented in the spirit of openness and good wishes. Any creation present say, "I am thinking," free being, must become one. A free thinking creation will be bound by the same laws as a common and will be punished for crimes in the same way. A free thinking creation will be able to sell goods and labor freely and be bound by the same laws as a common. A free-thinking creation capable of magic can apply to learn this power according to the same laws as a common. A servile woman is tending to the rows of pallets in this old hole. She is looking up at you strangely. There is none of the expected awe and fear in her eyes. She looks at you as if you were merely another servile. It is very strange. She says, I am Seneca, Seneca of the Awakened. I welcomed you to her humble home, Shaper. Do all of your serviles live in the hall? No. All of Valkyrie lives in your old buildings. Many of us live in these barracks, and others, those who of rank and stature, live in private homes. I choose to live here, I like to be close to my fellow serviles. You speak very well. Who taught you to speak like that? She is slightly offended by the question. Who taught us? We did. After the Shapers left our isle, we still knew how they spoke. We started to speak that way ourselves. We know that Shapers think very little of us. That is why I was awakened. Some of us, though, do not speak as well. They do not have aspirations. Who does not speak as well? Well, if you met Clackett, do not give too much weight to what he says about or how he speaks. He is one of us, but he is foolish, and he speaks foolishness. Do not judge him. Do not judge me worse because of him. Tell me more about the Awakened. We are a sect of serviles led by the mighty Elra. We believe that we serviles must stand up for ourselves. We are proud to claim our intelligence and our birthright. We look to you serviles as our equals. We know that many Shapers will not approve of this. We accept the consequence of this. If you would like to learn more, we would ask you to speak with Elra. Tell me about him. He is the founder of the Awakened. He is our creator. He is old now. He was the first one to stand up and tell us that we should look out for ourselves. Shapers have abandoned us, and that made us free. We should speak to him. He lives in the east, in the fortress past Watch Hill. What's your job? Elra asked me to stay here and look after the serviles here to guide them. They are of the Awakened, but some of them will return to their weak, old, Shaper-worshipping ways. Usually it is simple, but sometimes there are difficulties. What difficulties are you having now? She looks around, make sure no one's eavesdropping. I suspect there is a Taker spy in the village. The Takers are a dangerous rogue sect to the east. They want to foment rebellion against the Shippers, an ugly, pointless war. Sometimes they attempt to stir up trouble here. If you found the spy and brought him to my attention, the Awakened would thank you. Considering that the Takers would probably stab me in the back as soon as I'm done helping them. She shakes her head. I knew it, but I could never prove it, and no doubt he has fled town by now. Thank you for letting me know. Elra will appreciate your aid. She reaches up and places a hand on your shoulder. In the name of the Awakened, I thank you. We will remember this. She withdraws her hand and nods. Her opinion of Shapers, or at least of you, has improved. Now I can rob his hut without any interference. And that's it for the village. That gives me... So I must go to the bandit woods next. Okay. And I'll call it a night here. I thank you for your patience for all the many mishaps and fuck-ups and other weird things. It's shit 5 a.m. now, and I'm calling it good. Next time you see me, you'll see some more combat and me taking things out. I've already basically screwed up my pacifist route, so no more delaying on that regard. So anyway, I hope to see you next time. Um, have a good night, or day, or whatever. Time, damn, I need sleep.